Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Abdullah Thomas. In today's video, we're going on a little tour of the Sheikh Abdullah Al Salem Cultural Center, which is located in Kuwait City. We got to visit this amazing museum complex back in December when we were visiting our family. So when we were going there, we didn't really know what to expect. We just thought it'd be this little place. But when we got there, we realized it was huge. It was really impressive and massive. And I learned that it's a 18-hectare site, making it the world's largest museum complex. I so did not expect, finding something as huge. I know Kuwait has a huge mall and all of that, but I didn't know that they would have the world's largest museum complex. So in this video, my goal is for you to get a little glimpse of what this museum complex is like. So I've kind of walked through the different areas and recorded bits and pieces for you to see, just so you kind of get a flavor of what you might be walking into. If you're living in Kuwait, or if you're planning to visit Kuwait and considering coming to this museum complex, I highly recommend it. So our kids are aged almost 11 and the other one is 6, and they both enjoyed walking through this museum. It was massive, but there were so many things to see and do, and they really loved the trip. I think if we had planned to stay for another hour or even 2, they would have absolutely loved being there. It was not boring at all. So if you're thinking about going, definitely plan to go. The Cultural Center consists of 6 main components. So we've got the Natural History Museum, the Science Museum, the Space Museum, which is what we're looking at on the screen right now. We've got the Arabic Islamic Science Museum, the Fine Arts Center, and the external spaces here is known as the public realm. As I mentioned at the start of this video, this cultural center is massive, so you can expect a lot of walking. If you're planning to get a lot of steps in, this is the perfect place. This center also has some cafes and restaurants, so if you're planning to spend the whole day here and you're planning to come after breakfast or something like that, you can definitely break out your walking between the different areas and go grab a coffee or some snacks for your kids. Now, the most important thing that everyone will want to know is the ticket price. So for an adult, it's about 3 Kuwaiti dinars, so it works out to be 10 USD. And if you are bringing someone who's under the age of 18, it'll be around 2 dinars, which is about $6.50 USD. And of course, if they're under the age of 2, it'll be free of charge. They also have a senior adults price, which I thought was really cool, because I think sometimes if you take senior adults, our grandparents and stuff like that, they may not want to do a whole lot of walking. They might do just a little bit of going around and stuff like that, so they do have a different rate for them. So I really like that provision, and especially in Kuwait. I find that quite common here in New Zealand, but not in Kuwait. I've found that really surprising. So do take your entire family there if you live in Kuwait, and if you haven't gone there yet, I highly recommend to take your family out, your kids or your parents out to go check out this place. And if you're visiting Kuwait or transiting in Kuwait for a couple of days, make sure you include this particular cultural center as part of one of the places that you visit. Don't just go check out the mall or the, especially the Avenues Mall, but do go check out this place because it is engaging, captivating, really well maintained and clean as well. One of our main reasons for going to this cultural center was to go check out the dinosaurs, and our son loves anything to do with dinosaurs, so this particular part of our walk was definitely well enjoyed, just to look at all these different dinosaurs really up close and personal. So the Sheikh Abdullah Al Salem Cultural Center has definitely created a new world-class museum district within Kuwait City. And it is such a celebration of the scientific and cultural achievements of mankind, and the scale, the shapes, and the shades of the building are designed to convey a sense of wonder and awe. So when we had gone, it was really raining outside, but I think it'll be an amazing place to go check out when it's a nice sunny day, because the architecture, I mean, if you just look up this center online and see the way that they've built it, the exterior looks amazing and it's absolutely fascinating. They offer parking for almost 11,000 plus cars. Can you imagine how huge that is, right? In New Zealand, it's so hard to find a car park in the city during the work week, and here to find a place that has planned parking in it is amazing. So along with the 6 museums, you've got a conference hall, and of course you've got the cafes and restaurants that I mentioned. And altogether, the buildings house about 22 display halls with more than 1,000 pieces of relics and unique items. And there were all sorts of things, like you can see here. They had these really precious stones and gems and pearls to look at, and they had history, playing in videos like this, or they had photos. There was lots of things to check out, like from Kuwait and also internationally as well. So it was really cool to see. Another place that our kids loved to go and check out and found it fascinating was this area of giant mammals. As you can see, they are huge in comparison to the human height, and it was really nice to go up close and personal to all of them and check them out. So each building contains a huge variety of permanent and temporary world-class exhibits and artworks. So when you're walking through it, like going from one place to the next, you are in for a surprise every step of the way. And they have definitely kind of done a great flow between all of the buildings. You do, as soon as you finish one little museum, you do walk out and then you walk back into another museum. So they've done that to break it up, so it's just not in one massive building, but several buildings. They've also managed to incorporate the Kuwaiti architecture in this museum. So this kind of like creates an exciting space. They have included Islamic patterns, corners, and walkways just to mirror the experience of walking down a traditional, busy Kuwaiti street. With all of our walking, we also had to stop along the way for toilet breaks, and while we were waiting for someone to come out from the toilet, we turned around and we saw this particular place, and it was beautiful. It was thundering and pouring down at this point, so that's why it's quite dark on the outside. But it was just so beautiful to walk through this space, and it was really nice and refreshing. It was obviously indoors, but they did have real plants and all of that mixed in, and there was also lots of sea creatures of different kinds, because they had a little bit of an aquarium vibe going on. So I really hope you enjoy these next few shots. I also want to welcome all of my new subscribers from the last few weeks. I post videos every single Wednesday, but since we've been traveling and on holiday, I didn't miss a couple of weeks just with internet connectivity and the speed of the internet and all of those in different areas. But I post every Wednesday, and my videos cover topics on motherhood, cleaning, and life motivation. I also share videos like this when we visit some cool places. So I really hope you stick around, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give this video a like and do drop a comment below. Our final stop was at the Science and Technology Museum. Now in this museum, you can meet and play with robots, you can test and engineer inventions, and you can travel through the human body fighting germs. So I'm not sure what that powers. But we had a lot of fun walking through, our son in particular, because he's into Transformers and he got to see them and also check out some robots and all of that good stuff. So we had fun just going here. It was a lot of walking, yes, but I think you learn a lot, you get to see things, and the information is captivating. The entire place is well maintained, it's clean, it's kid friendly, really easy to find parking. As I mentioned, they've got over 11,000 parks available. So if you're planning for one of the upcoming holidays, definitely go check it out. Or even when you're free over the weekend, plan a time to take your family so they can experience this amazing world-class museum. I was really surprised that this museum is so huge, making it the largest museum in the world. I think Kuwait's doing some great things. So I really hope you enjoyed this video and this quick tour of this cultural center. If you're in Kuwait, do check it out. I would love it if you give this video a like if you did enjoy this content. Do let me know what you want to see in one of my upcoming videos, as I'm planning some content for some videos. All right, I look forward to seeing you with a brand new video next Wednesday. Until then, take care and goodbye.